Howdy partner, and welcome back to the Thrive 5 Daily Mobility Series. Today is the start of week 3 and we're going to be digging into some lower body efforts. All you're going to need as far as equipment's concerned today is potentially some light loading for our goblet squat prying later on. Again, if you don't have access to that, you could use a household object or you could just stick to bodyweight if this is something you're still getting to grips with, no problemo. First things first, we're going to be starting off with a Spider-Man isometric lunge here. With some external rotation. So we're going to kick on into that for 45 seconds per side. Alrighty. So we're going to come down. I'm on all fours. Nice place to start. I'm going to kick my right foot to my right hand. I'm going to get our clock started. And then I'm going to press from the balls of my foot at the back, squeeze my left butt cheek, and I'm pressing down towards the floor there. We can get some movement here, intensify the stretch, but don't let the knee touch the floor if you can help it. Quite a challenging base here, a bit of an upgrade. From here as well, I'm then driving this right knee out. You could do a bit of help with your hand, all right, but I generally want that force to come internally. So I'm externally rotating that right hip, driving the knee out, keeping that left butt cheek squeezed. Feeling that heat on the front of the hip, faux show. Okay, and just working these positions, killing a lot here. And that's gonna do it, so I'm gonna drop to the knee. Take a nice deep breath in before we're gonna look to repeat on the other side. So let's get that clock on up. Left foot, left hand. Right foot, balls of the foot pressing, right bum cheek squeezed. And I'm gonna have a play with some of this external rotation over here, driving the knee out actively, softening it up, driving it out, letting that foot roll, that's okay. Yeah, good. Now again, if we're a little bit out of whack with our breathing, especially if this feels quite intense, let's own this position by owning our breath first of all. Nasal breath in for 4 seconds and then out the mouth for 4. Oh, and that's gonna do it, lovely. So now we're gonna be coming down, looking largely at this adductor area in the groin, which can be uber tight. This is gonna be a 60-second base, okay? If you remember before, last week, if you joined me, we were on our toes like this, and we're on the forearms. We're gonna be starting there, and now we're gonna advance it a little bit by splaying the feet out wider. Now this just generally increases the intensity of that stretch. So if you would join me down here, please, again, make sure your knees are padded if your mat hopefully has enough cushioning, otherwise grab some more. Take your knees as wide as you need to feel that stretch. Now the rock simply refers to dropping the hips into the bottom of it, feeling that stretch, a couple of seconds, and then releasing. So I'm gonna start our 1 minute there. Hopefully you've got enough time here, you've refined your position, and we're just gonna rock into that big stretch, release it. Generally trying to gather one deep breath in your stretch. It's a good cadence to try. And I want you to very gently come on out of that pose now. Oh yes, goodness gracious me. And this is where we're gonna need our external load for the third and final position. That's gonna be that goblet squat pry. So I wanna start off, if you have got weight, otherwise if not, that's fine, like I said. And I'm just gonna hold it here. In this case, I've got a dumbbell, so I'm gonna hold it in this goblet position, okay? I'm gonna queue up our timer for 1 minute. And what we're gonna do, sit ourselves down into our bottom squat. Okay, and we're going to do our best to hang out here. If hanging out in the squat pose is kind of new to you, or it is confrontational, it's asking a lot of your ankle, knee, and hip, which probably it doesn't normally in your good old everyday chair. This load is pulling me a little bit deeper, depending on the weight that you've chosen here, into that position. And from here, I'm driving my knees into the elbows. Other way around, sorry. Elbows into my knees. And pulling my knees actively out, fighting for some space in my hips, and then gonna bring them on in and rinse, repeat, okay? Trying to stay as upright as I can throughout, which is also a challenge. It's okay, however your body looks. Just meet yourself where you're at. You are challenging yourself right now and gradually paving the way for an improved position down the line. Okay, so actively pulling the knees out, really feel that on the outside of the glutes, but also on the inside of the hips as I'm driving the elbows against them, releasing. I'm gonna add on one more here as I was rambling a bit at the start there, and that's gonna do it there. Oh! For the whole of the routine, that was the end of day 15 here at the start of week 3. I hope you're feeling good for it. Let me know how you're getting on in the comment section below as ever, guys, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow.